Mike.
MegaBonk, MegaBonk. Mic check, MegaBonk, MegaBonk,
MegaBonk, mic check.
MegaBonk. MegaBonk?
Bonk, bonk, mic check.
Mega.
Hello again. Welcome to CuzWords episode 10. I'm your host, Madison, with my co-host.
Michael.
Yeah, Michael's here.
Yep.
Yeah, I know we mentioned it kind of close towards the end of the last podcast, but Michael, I've been playing so much MegaBonk.
MegaBonk.
Yeah, you got to play your first couple of rounds today.
Yeah, I made it to the boss.
You got wrecked.
Was it like the third go?
Yeah.
It's third game. How many games did it take you to get the boss?
You mean, it depends, right? Because you have to unlock the second tier by getting to the second stage.
Well, with everything that I had unlocked, did you do it first try, second try, or what? You remember?
Oh man, that's hard to say. I mean, it was probably.
I saw you had a lot of runs logged.
I do have a lot of runs logged. I think I've put in like 36 hours, like already, maybe even closer to 40.
When's the last time a game came out that captivated you like this?
Oh, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a long while actually. I'm trying to think. I don't know. That one just gets me sucked in because it's like I can run it and then it's over.
Yeah, and then the next run, it's the same map, but obviously stuff's placed in different places.
No, it's not the same map.
I thought the terrain was still the same.
No, terrain is generated randomly.
I was seeing the same things when I played.
Probably
same
just
type of areas. I guess
probably just an illusion. Yeah, I mean it's relatively the same, but it's definitely different. You'll have some levels where it's almost like there's like a lower part in the middle, and then like the edges are like taller. But it's been a really fun game.
Yeah, but the randomness of what drops for you and what you tend to use. I mean, you can go with your same base character, find what works for you, but then still, it's going to be.
But I will also say
crazy after
that I'm very quick. Like if I'm like 5 minutes into a run to reset it, if I don't have a good kit.
Nah, see, I'm going to the end. They got to kill me.
Well, the problem, I guess it's the character you play, right? Because movement speed can get you out of a lot of sticky situations. I like to play the ogre, and the ogre moves so slow. Like, you almost have to have a second weapon by the first minute or you're dead. Anyway.
I was definitely struggling with the slower characters until I went to the skeleton man
with
his skateboard, and I liked moving fast.
First thing you said was, I'm going to play the sniper guy. You jumped on
I can see the utility of him, but not the manual aiming. That wasn't for me. I thought it might be, but yeah. It did a lot of good damage. It just
you bailed on it pretty quick.
Yeah. I would rather have the bone guy with the sniper. I would like to get the sniper in a chest with the bone guy.
Well, one of the things definitely, at least, like I'm looking for a specific kit. Like I'll practice on a specific kit, and then I'll block out certain things so that they won't show up, certain weapons, but you just turned everything on and just went in.
Yeah, I gotta, it's like back in the day with the rolling. I I even got the dice the first game, and I was like, yep, gotta roll the dice, even though that's RNG within RNG.
Dice is supposed to be really good. And then the dice, the dice man, which I don't think I've unlocked yet. I think you have to have a certain amount of kills with the dice before you can get him. But it's like when he levels up, it just levels up a random stat.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, you should get it. It's $10. It's not bad.
I might.
A solo developer making a game more addictive.
It's a passion project. That's
fun.
That's the problem with games these days. Is not enough people making the game that they want to play. Too many AAA stock holders and people that are saying, "Look, this is what sells the most, so figure out a way to make this or some iteration of this."
Yeah,
and the people they hire to do it are either good enough developers to make that game but aren't interested in making that game and just took the paycheck, or are interested in making that game but not a good enough developer to make it.
Back in the early 2000s, the people that got into game and like game design and game developers were people that were just passionate about gaming.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's people that I feel like a lot of developers they only know how to develop a game. They don't necessarily know. They don't have the creative aspect to it. So they want to be told what to develop, and then that comes down from the higher ups, comes from the people that are looking to make something where people are going to be spending a lot of money on microtransactions. Certainly copying the Fortnite model or the Roblox model.
There are still games that come out that are good. There's such a there's such a saturated market in gaming now that you have to sift through and find the best games versus the best games just being obvious.
Yeah.
But there's been a few that have come out this year, and I haven't gotten. It's not that I haven't gotten an opportunity to play them, but like I'm obsessed with playing MCC and the finals that I never get around to playing them.
Yeah.
And Football Manager, but I still want to play Claire Obscure. It's on my list. I'll get to it eventually.
I don't know this game.
You don't know about Claire Obscure? So it's made by a French developer, small, independent.
Okay.
It's actually graphically insane. Looks really good. Way better than you would expect for that level. It tells a great story. And the unique thing about it is it's like turn-based combat, but also includes like real-time. What's the best way to put this? Like not button mashing, but like combo recognition.
Yeah.
And it's not in a turn-based sense. It's like you gotta on the visual indicators on the screen recognize what's going to happen and do the right combo within the turn-based combat. Okay. It's a very unique take, and it across the board in like every aspect of what makes a game good was getting like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10s, and is probably not a shoe-in for Game of the Year, but a definite contender.
Oh, I guess we'll have to look into it.
And I know like Hollow Knight Silk Song that came out, that's supposed to be pretty good. Hades 2 is supposed to be pretty good, I think. But all of these games are games that either come from, not what you would call AAA, but like smaller teams.
Yeah.
But MegaBonk takes the cake in terms of level of development input, because it wasn't even a small indie team that made it. It was just one dude.
Yeah. And he's made
incredible.
So much money off of it. And that's what I'm hoping, that as AI progresses and as like more tools come out, that these folks that have a combination of like the ability to develop games and also the creativity of what makes a game good are going to be able to make games like that. Last one I can think of that kind of piqued my interest was Splitgate. I think that was a smaller studio, wasn't it? That wasn't a larger one. It just gave me very Halo vibes.
Yeah, Splitgate 1 was really good. But it had like a crazy drop off. I wonder if that's going to happen to MegaBonk too. Like people's attention spans are so short in this day and age with all forms of media. But video games have been hit by it too, where it's like people just like play a game for a week or two.
Oh yeah, you say that, but I
love it, and then
a lot of these games that just hit hard like that, like Among Us, still has a pretty good player base.
I mean, there's still the legends of their times, like Minecraft.
I mean, Minecraft hadn't fallen off at all.
Yeah, and you could probably put League of Legends in there. You could probably put World of Warcraft in there.
Yeah,
but even like take for instance World of Warcraft, its popularity and its height it's nowhere close to what it used to be. But it still has a pretty good player base.
Sure.
Grand Theft Auto, huge player base still a decade in.
I'd be willing to say that GTA is still got a very, very loyal following, and I bet the next GTA, like Rockstar, is going to have to. Like, they're going to have to show up. I mean, you can't disappoint that fan base.
Yeah. I wonder what they're going to do to try to innovate, or if they're just going to release basically GTA 5 with updated graphics in a new city with the same type of content for GTA Online.
Yeah, I don't
Clearly,
know.
their model works. What they got going for GTA 5
Well,
and
what they
and
can't
the
do is
online content.
what they can't do is what Saints Row did, is basically re-release the same game 3 times in a row.
Yeah. That map for Saints Row didn't even change that much, did it? It was like
No, I played Saints Row 3, which was in my opinion, a very very fun, fantastic game. Played a lot of it. Like that game hit, and then but Saints Row 4 was basically just Saints Row 3. Could have been a DLC in my opinion.
Since we're going with the gaming theme again this week, did you see the news from Ubisoft apparently canceling a game that was in development for the Assassin's Creed series over the week?
I did not see that.
Yeah, there was a reported game being made by one of the Ubisoft studios that was going to be an Assassin's Creed set in the Civil War era.
Oh,
where you played as a escaped slave that had gone from the south to the north, and
please continue.
And you become an assassin, and the Templars are the KKK.
What?
Yeah, the bad
now,
guys. With
I
KKK.
I don't have a lot of experience with Assassin's Creed.
Oh, I mean,
so the
Templars
are the bad guys.
Yeah, so you're the assassins.
I thought that the assassins was I thought that when you played as an assassin, you were like part of the Templars.
No.
Okay.
There was one game where you flip sides and you were like an assassin that turned bad, and you're fighting for the Templar side.
Okay.
But besides that, every other installment of the game, you're on the assassin side, fighting as an assassin.
I did hear a little bit of, or I heard somebody talking about this the other day when they were talking about the different Assassin's Creed. Weren't there 2 that you were on ships? Like there was.
Okay. So let's see. The main one was Assassin's Creed Black Flag, where you're in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Then and the one that I was talking about, Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Yeah.
You were also on a ship for good portions of it.
Okay.
Then I believe in one of the newer ones, I can't remember. So I haven't played 2 or 3 of the newer ones. The last one I played was Origin. But I think there's one more that also you're on a flag a lot. I think it's Odyssey.
So one that I heard, so basically what I was hearing that they were talking about was that they were extremely mad because the ship gameplay had just degraded like substantially from Black Flag, which was which is the older version.
Yeah, I mean Black Flag is considered one of the better games in the series, and part of that was due to how good the ship combat was. But then I believe Ubisoft was actually they kind of like took all their resources from that part of Assassin's Creed and put it towards this new franchise called I think Skull and Bones or something like that.
Maybe that's what it was.
And they're trying to eliminate the ship combat from Assassin's Creed, make it its own game under a new IP, and get Assassin's Creed back to its roots of what the original games were.
Was Skull and Bones basically because the controversy that I heard was that in the ship play, used to you'd literally be on the ship, and then when you boarded another ship, it was like you actually played through the boarding process, and now it was if you pull up next to another ship, it has to go through a loading screen.
Probably everything has to go through tons of loading screens now. Yeah, I think you could just board in real time back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the gaming industry. I think they're trying to approach it as it's any sort of other industry like telecom or something. It's they're doing this. Well, let's see if we could do this.
I think it's a lot of outsourcing. I think it's one person makes one aspect of the game, and then one person with this team or maybe another development team entirely makes a different aspect of the game. So it's this didn't come from the person that created let's take Assassin's Creed for instance. The person that made the ship combat, or the team that made the ship combat, didn't make the team that made the boarding content. So they got to throw a loading screen in there to attach those two pieces of the game together.
That's so silly. Yeah, the best games come from teams that are synchronized. A small team of 20, 30 people. I'll give a shout out to the OG Bungie team, creating one of the
not the new Bungie team,
the greatest games of all time.
All I see from people online that love Destiny is they have just completely ruined that franchise slowly but surely. Now transitioning all their stuff into Marathon, which looks literally like a Destiny reskin. Which it doesn't look unique at all.
I saw that got delayed.
Yeah, it got delayed too, probably because of the backlash. Because people said this is just Destiny.
When
There's
was
no
the
difference.
When was the OG Marathon? When did that come out?
The OG Marathon?
Yeah, like in the 90s, right?
Yeah, it was like late 90s.
Yeah, I remember that being a part of the Red versus Blue like time travel story. Is they did a little bit of filming inside of Marathon, which was you never got into Red versus Blue, did you?
Not really. I mean, I watched like clips and stuff, but I didn't watch it from start to finish.
That's a shame. That was a big part of the Halo culture back then that you just never.
Yeah, and RB and the Chief.
RB and the Chief, yeah.
I just watched clips of those. My Halo culture when I played was get on and play MLG playlist and then get off.
Yeah,
I didn't even play the campaigns for certain ones until they came out, or until after they came out for a while, like Reach. I think I played Halo Force pretty quickly, but I don't think I played Reach's campaign for months after the game came out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first thing that obviously that you wanted to do was jump into Halo, like Halo's multiplayer. Do you remember the first time? Let's see. You didn't really get into competitive until Halo 3, right? It was before then. You weren't really all that concerned about competitive Halo. I remember the first time I played Halo 2, though. I came over to your house.
Yeah, I think I was playing. I think you watched me play a game on like Beaver Creek or something.
I remember that the first time you handed me the controller, you joined a Glitches game. You remember Glitches games?
On Halo 2?
Yeah, or
vaguely.
You would join. It was just a game where people were just getting out of the map on maps, and you played. It was Glitches on Turf. I remember. Because people were trying to glitch out of the map. You remember how to do that?
Like super bounce out or just?
Oh, dude, I wonder how many super bounces you remember how to do.
Not many. Not many.
I bet if I could go back, I could do quite a few. Man, that's so niche. Like we're talking like such a niche thing right now that most of our
I'd like
audience
to
is
think
not
that
gonna
a
be able
lot
to keep
of the
up.
audience knows what a super bounce from Halo 2 is.
Yeah, a lot of our audience. Yeah, at least 50%. There's you, me, and the other 50%.
Wait, that's like 66%.
Probably at this point since Michael's wifey doesn't even listen.
Yeah, she listened to the first episode. She's like,
Yeah, well, she probably hears enough of your talking anyway.
I feel like.
What the funny part is, it was partly her inspiration, which was just like pushed us to do this because
she's into live entertainment. You know, if we did this in front of a live studio audience, she'd watch
a studio audience. Yeah. Well,
like a talk show, like Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, there's nobody that's going to show up or buy tickets to that.
To Jimmy Kimmel?
Oh, to us.
Oh, I mean, you might have had a point with Jimmy Kimmel too. It's hard to tell.
I'm pretty sure they just go out on the street and say, "Hey, do you want free tickets to the show?"
So I witnessed some absolute fake news when I went to LA with Jimmy Kimmel. Did I tell you about this?
You did tell me about this. I don't know if you told me about this on the podcast, but go ahead and rehash it anyway for the listeners.
We were did I say my wife's name? Wifey.
I don't
remember. I don't remember what I said 5 seconds ago. It makes for good content on the podcast when you don't remember what you said 5 seconds ago. So, Wifey and I were in Los Angeles, and we were roaming the Hollywood district, and walked by Jimmy Kimmel's setup there, his studio, and they were there's like talent agents outside. And you know how they do like the news on the street or interviews on the street?
Yeah, like the street interviews, yeah.
So I had always assumed that was legitimate. Like they actually just have the person go out there and talk to a bunch of people. And obviously they're not going to show all of the interviews that they do, but they're going to show the good parts, the parts that they like.
Yeah, the ones that are funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just do that, all morning into early afternoon until they've gotten a good amount of content. They're like, yeah, we're good to go.
Right.
No. that was not how it worked, because I'm outside with the talent agents and I'm overhearing like 3 people come up and they're like, "All right, so we casted you guys today to do the street interviews. We're gonna pretend to talk to you about this topic and this topic." And I was like, "What? This is all completely staged."
That's unfortunate. I mean, do you feel like they're literally just looking through a list of SAG actors with that have like that are just casted for background?
It's hard. I mean, you'd think they have to go through a lot because you don't want to have the same people on there.
Well, I found out. I found out like shows like Judge Judy, all the people sitting in are SAG actors.
Like all the people getting tried, or
in the,
like
in the audience.
The everybody that's in the audience too there is an actor.
Yeah,
not even doing anything but just sitting there.
Yeah, I found that out. Evidently, there was I can't remember which influencer that I was watching, but I was watching some of their content, and they said that they applied to be on there, and they're like they didn't realize they had to have a like Screen Actors Guild like thing to be able to get in to be able to be an audience member. Yeah, it's wild. I mean, it's a lot of fake news stuff, but
this podcast could be fake news.
Oh yeah, I'm a plant for sure. I'm a plant for.
You're a plant.
Yeah.
Like you need to get watered and have sunlight.
Yeah, dude, I'm a miracle grow plant. We gotta wait till our audience builds up before I start pushing it.
Are you like a chia pet?
No. Look, I'm here. I've been put here by the Miracle Grow company that makes Miracle Grow, and I'm going to be pushing that when we start talking about agriculture and stuff. Whenever that topic comes up, I gotta start pushing it.
I wonder who planted me here.
Who planted you?
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't really hold any like strong opinions, like strong unpopular opinions, I should say. I don't know. Perhaps you're the problem is a lot of our opinions are very counterculture to anybody's agenda. We come on here, we don't even have our own like everything that we say is just not, it's not even going to be worth it for a sponsor to get on and like advertise for us.
I feel like there's definitely some people out there that have some sort of notoriety or pulling power that would agree with our agendas.
You think so?
Yeah.
Not any large companies, not that I could think of.
Well, large companies are just incredibly bland.
Well, yeah, but those are the only ones.
For one, they're too big to have like this full force directive. Like, there's too many individuals in a large company to have like this. You're gonna have niche opinions throughout, but like us, like we can maybe align with the bigwig of a company. Like, we need to get on the same page as Elon and Jeff Bezos on whatever their political opinions are, public opinions, social opinions.
Well, they've got some strong ones and some controversial ones.
Yeah. Any future children that my wifey and I have, we should go with the naming practices of Elon Musk.
I heard a conspiracy that that's not their real name. They just name them that so that the public can't find them very easily.
Well, I think one of Elon's children is perfectly fine with the public knowing who they are because they're constantly talking about in the public view how bad of a parent Elon is.
Well, that's because 50% of the country wants to see Elon as evil and bad.
Isn't it weird how Trump's alignment with Trump and all the
pre-Trump's alignment with Trump.
It's like Elon's alignment with Trump, and all the well, sometimes I wonder if one side of Trump's not aligned with the other side of Trump, but
there just seem to be some.
He may be infighting, and it could be like Melania fighting with Donald. This Trump fighting with Trump.
Anyway,
so Elon, his pre-alignment with Trump and his takeover of Twitter/X, didn't it seem like everything Elon did and the things that he talked about were heavily backed by progressive Democratic people?
well, yeah, because
I mean, every person talked about how it's like you're killing the environment. Go get an electric car instead of a gas guzzler. And then Elon turns into this conservative person in the public view, and everybody's like, "Go burn that Tesla manufacturing factory, setting ablaze all of these products that are going to be bad for the environment."
So if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Elon's take that the reason that he bought Twitter is because one of his kids got and I'm quoting Elon on this, indoctrinated by the far left. And
on Twitter.
Not just on Twitter, but just in general. And he thought that Twitter needed to have more free speech so that both sides could talk openly. And he felt that because Twitter was based out of San Francisco in the middle of like a very far left bubble, that it wasn't getting that it wasn't spreading properly the free speech around the table enough. But there's, I mean, if we talk about politics, I mean, there's some very interesting things I've noticed about the far left. For one, you know how they call people on the right Nazis.
Yeah, or fascists.
Yeah, you noticed this, right?
Yeah.
And then, but there are also some far left groups that are out like with picket signs that say like "Death to Jews."
Yeah, that seems like it's a counter.
That sounds very to me. That sounds like very Nazi-ish.
Yeah, pretty Nazi-ish.
I feel like that's one of the big things that the Nazis were known for.
Yeah, the Jews and not liking them.
Yeah. Oh, we took a quick break, so if our vibe gets thrown off here.
What?
Our pacing gets thrown off a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyway, Michael, you were talking about Jews and not liking them.
No, not that I don't like Jews. Let me be clear, because I don't want somebody knocking on my door in the middle of the night. All right. It is not that. It is the left saying death to Jews.
Right. That's what it was. Yeah. I'm sorry, I had it down in the notes here that was the last thing that you said.
And if I'm correct, I am not left. I'm right. I kind of feel like I'm a centrist.
I
feel like you're a centrist is like a cop out or something these days. Like you gotta be with us or against us, brother.
I don't think I have any sort of political affiliation. At the end of the day, for me, it's a case by case scenario. That's what it comes down to, and I think that would be in today's standards defined as a centrist. I don't think I would. I would probably lean slightly more conservative, just being an entrepreneur and a small business owner, and liking the idea of the ability to, capitalism, liking capitalism quite a bit, but no, there are definitely some issues I think I agree with on the left that not a lot of conservative folks would agree with. When we're I don't know, we'll swap topics. So how'd your fast go? You were talking about running your fast last week.
Yeah, it was all right. I mean,
you made it all the way to Wednesday?
No, I started Thursday and didn't eat until today, Sunday.
Started Thursday and didn't eat until today. I took I was like, I got to thinking about it. It's been a while since I'd run a fast, so I fasted from Tuesday until Friday night.
It can be hard at times to work very effectively when fasting.
Agreed. Yeah, I know Friday was very difficult for me to work. Keto flu hit me like a ton of bricks. Like it was rough.
Yeah. I think I keep myself at least out of pure ketosis, but maybe out of ketosis entirely, because I do afford myself chewing on gum during a fast.
I don't know if that's going to keep you out of keto.
And I also have coffee
With sugar?
with sugar and creamer.
That could do it.
And when my breath, especially my breath starts getting bad, I'll have like a cough drop or a mint or something.
Oh, no, I just did a straight water fast.
Yeah.
But,
I don't think I could make it through a water fast and work, especially like work on a football Friday.
I went to like Tuesday night for dinner. Then this is really what triggered it for me. I went to Circle K. I bought three slices of Circle K pizza, 2 hot dogs, and then like a whole pack of cookies.
Wait, which ones? Which cookies?
The Circle K brand cookies that come in the cups.
Oh yeah.
With the lids
oh
on.
yeah.
Yeah, I got one of. I ate all of that.
And then you went back for more.
No, and then I decided to fast. I'm like, that's probably I'm slipping too far.
But I like going crazy on the meal before the fast to give yourself like that little bit extra push of energy.
That's not, but that just completely like defeats the purpose of the fast.
No,
yeah, it does.
You're still not like you're not making up for the caloric intake you miss over a 3-day fast or however long the fast is.
No, I don't disagree with that. But the point of the fast is for your body to like.
Well, that's one of the points of the fast is like cell regeneration and.
Yeah, this is kind of how I see it. You got like really important things you need to get done, and then you got some other things that's like I need to get to it later.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what the body does. It's like when you're eating regularly, your body's like, I need to focus on this right now. I need to focus on digesting this food and like maximizing the nutrition out of this food. But I've got some other things I need to get to when I have a little bit more time and I don't have so much food that I got to digest right now. And I feel like that's what your body does. It takes care of those things that it needs to get to later. So like the regeneration, and I think it's a detoxing type of thing as well, where your body's like, I've got all these extra toxins I need to get flushed out here. Let me go ahead and take care of this while I'm not having to focus on my energy on digesting food. And you always come out the end of a fast feeling pretty good.
It's always like a day or two, like the day I come off fast and eat isn't necessarily the day I feel the best. It's like maybe the day after or 2 days after I've come off the fast when I feel like optimal.
Yeah.
I've gotten food back in my system, but it's like you said, the body has done some of those tasks that have been put on hold.
Right.
They were in the queue. I was really hoping on the last one that it would do something about my elbow.
Yeah, you've been talking about your elbow.
And I feel like it kind of made it feel better, but not really. Not like to the extent I was hoping for. I don't know how long I'll have to wait and rest my... Because I don't know if it's tendonitis or bursitis or
my suggestion,
tennis elbow or
my suggestion is fast a little bit more regularly. That seems like it's something that's going to take a little bit longer. And we're by no means are we doctors. Like, good grief. We cannot give medical advice. If you take medical advice from us...
Don't take Tylenol.
My medical advice is don't take medical advice from us. That's my medical advice.
Do the exact opposite of whatever we're saying. Eat all the food. Never fast.
But it does... Fasting has shown to like increase your levels of human growth hormone on like a natural level. So you might want to... Michael, you may want to consider just... doing a little bit more regular fasting until that gets taken care of. I noticed that because I've been having a little bit of joint problems with my knees. I noticed that I got a little bit of relief from that during the fast. But what you should try to figure out is there a way that you can cut out the sugar from the coffee? I think that would help a lot.
I mean, I could go to a natural substitute like monk fruit or stevia, but yeah,
I think it would help.
Yeah, I'm sure it would.
You definitely get more of a like your body's not looking for the carbs, but that's another thing to kind of maybe take the edge off if the keto flu is getting too bad. But I definitely know I was in ketosis.
That sugar and caffeine is really kind of helpful to get through the work day.
Well, you could take caffeine. Like, I'll still do pre-workout when I'm fasting, but there's no sugar in it. I keep it zero. You got to keep it 0 calories. That's my take on it. So you do low fat.
You have a Diet Coke then.
But I don't drink soda.
I know, but it's 0 calories.
Yeah, I mean technically.
I mean, all the added.
But I feel like there's all that extra.
Are probably worse for you than just having sugar.
Yeah, there's all that extra gross stuff in it.
But technically 0 calories.
And that would be technically be fasting. I mean, there's some people that consider fasting anything under 500 calories in a day. So, but I like to go just straight water fast. And then yeah, I do partake of the pre-workout before I go to the gym because I also work out on a fast. Michael, you do sometimes. You also don't sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I like to have off days from the gym, but at the same time, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I need rest, but I'd rather be in the gym every day.
Yeah.
So the way I work around that is, all right, I'm going to be in the gym every day I eat, and then I'll finally get my rest when I'm fasting.
Well, I find that it helps my body know that, hey, you need to retain this muscle mass even when there's no food here when you go to the gym. So it tries to
See, I feel like your metabolic rate may be too high, so your muscles will start eating itself.
I don't think that's what happens. When your muscles tear, I think your body's telling itself, it's like, hey, we're still using these even though there's no food here. And so we need to eat other stuff.
How are they going to repair?
Let's just strip it from fat.
I don't think that's how that works either.
Well, it'll hold off on the repair until after you're off the fast.
So you just be like sore for extra long?
Yeah.
I guess as long as you don't mind lactic acid buildup too much and you didn't.
Well, the lactic acid will get out pretty quick when you're fasting. But you definitely need to drink a lot of water. Shoot, I think I'm gonna try to incorporate it more regularly again.
You should go try to break your record.
My 15-day record.
Yeah, I for 16 days.
I didn't have a job when I did that.
Yeah,
15 days is a long time.
Upping the difficulty even more.
Dude, that's more than 2 weeks. I can't imagine going more than 2 weeks without eating.
You did it once.
I did do it once. And I kicked all the boys' butt.
How much weight did you lose on that?
Oh, I want to say it was like 11 pounds.
Well, including the water weight, like from start to finish. Was it 20?
Oh, it's hard to say.
It's like just on this 3-day fast, right? Just on this 3-day fast. From, like, I weighed myself the first morning.
Yeah.
And then I weighed myself this morning to see how much I'd gone down in weight. So Thursday morning, I weighed 264.
Okay.
On the dot. And then this morning, I weighed 252.2.
Oh, yeah, but but like you said, you're losing a lot of that's water.
I want to know on like a 15.
You can't even count that.
It must have been absurd.
You can't even count that though. You can't because the water.
But I don't know how much water I lost and all that. I don't know how much I weighed.
Probably 8 pounds of that was water.
Yeah. So do you think you went? You probably hit 20.
Yeah, I want to say if I'm like looking at the number on the scale before and then after, I think it was like 23 pounds.
Dang.
But that doesn't count. I don't count that. That's cheat. That's cheating. It's not how it works. Even my girlfriend.
It wouldn't cheat in a weigh-in, like an official weigh-in, if you're a boxer or an MMA fighter.
No, it wouldn't.
Counts to me then.
Well, who you stepping in the ring with?
What other official methods of weighing do you get? If you go to the doctor, you're going to weigh what you weigh that day.
They can. There's ways of weighing you without counting the water weight. There's those big scales that have bathtubs on them. They submerge you in the bathtub.
What? What doctor? I've never seen this or heard of this at the doctor before.
Yeah, they can measure your actual.
They got this in our town.
They can measure your proper weight, and then they can measure your body fat index. That way.
That factors in muscle.
It does factor in muscle.
Because that's the BMI indicator. The BMI is completely broken because, like, when it was invented, most people didn't have a lot of muscle.
What? I mean, do you track your BMI? I was.
No, I think my BMI would currently sit in the obese range.
Yeah, no. What I like? I don't look at BMI at all. When I step on a scale, I just look at the number, and I know a good part of that's probably muscle, but the majority of that's definitely going to be fat. I bet I'm sitting around at least 15-20% body fat right now. It but 2% of that's also probably hair.
Because you got more hair than me.
Yeah, your wifey, she needs to get back on the chair.
Get back into the cosmetology practice.
Yeah, she
She's cut my hair too.
the whole time she was pregnant, I basically just letting my hair grow out. Of course, I don't know. I'm thinking about running it again. Probably not as long, but maybe like you know who Alex Hormozy is?
Who?
I think that's his name. Alex Hormozy. I'll do a quick Google search. Sorry, audio listeners. He's a marketing guy.
What about? Would you do it the length of John Wick?
Yeah, like this guy.
Yeah, it's like a curly John Wick. John Wick's got the straighter hair.
Yeah, but we'll see. He I don't know, but I mean, if I do that though, I gotta start doing the thing again where I wear like button-down shirts and ties so I can still seem professional.
What are you saying? You can't just walk into a store with a t-shirt on and long hair and be taken seriously?
I don't wear t-shirts anyway. I typically wear polos.
What's wrong with a polo and long hair?
I just don't think. I think it looks not great.
So I was thinking, I've never really been interested in a tattoo.
You can't get a tattoo. What are you gonna get a tattoo of?
I was thinking about getting a tattoo of a little boy.
What? What? Michael, that's weird, dude.
Hold on,
is there a special person in your life?
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay.
A little boy in a field.
We can stop talking about it.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay.
A little boy in a field with a sun in the background. It's like sunset. And he's got a staff in his hand. And there's a bunch of sheep around him. Like he's herding sheep. For shepherd.
So you're just trying to maximize ways to embarrass your kid when he's older?
What? How would it be embarrassing? I'd just go up to his friends and be like, look at this cool tattoo.
I mean, I guess the definition of cool is subjective.
I guess his friend, whoever would be embarrassed by it, may not even know I have it. I was not thinking about getting a tattoo in plain sight. It would be in a place that's 90% of the time covered.
You're gonna get a tattoo of a little boy holding a staff, so surrounded by sheep.
Yeah,
with a sun in the background.
Yeah,
that's gonna get. I mean, I guess if
I'm not saying I'm getting it, I just thought every other tattoo I've ever had, I was like, no, I'm not interested. But this one, I was kind of like,
I don't know, man.
I like it.
I might be way off here. And again, we're not doctors, so when we say these things, but I feel like tattoos are just overall bad for your health.
They probably are.
I think there's something about to me it doesn't make sense that the ink just stays there and it doesn't I feel like that's just gonna leak into your body over and over until you're as you age. 'Cause they fade. They don't fade because I don't know how they fade. But I don't assume it's because you just keep growing new skin. I feel like the ink just gets absorbed by your body over time. I don't know, man.
So you don't like little boy in a field
with a sun behind it.
Yeah, with a sun.
Get a mural made, hang it up in the living room, or get a picture
But
like
that's
a painting done.
You can take that everywhere you go. It's with you everywhere.
There's like 4 places that you go. I don't.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You go to work.
Yeah.
You go home. You go to the gym.
Yeah.
And then okay, all right. You go to church.
Yeah.
And then you come here.
Yeah.
To do so that's 5 places.
I go more places.
I mean, yeah, not where you talk to people though.
Yeah.
Okay. Elaborate.
I go get food.
You're gonna show off your tattoo to the guy in the Taco Bell drive-thru. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Look at this cool tattoo.
Oh my gosh!
And the worker's probably high, and they'll be like, "Dude, that's righteous, brother."
He's gonna be like, "Why you got a little boy tattooed on your arm?" God forbid you ever go to prison.
Why is it not? Why is it bad to have a little boy tattooed on your arm or wherever? It doesn't have to be arm.
Well, I can certainly think of a bunch of places where you shouldn't get a little boy tattooed, but this is what I feel like you could do better. I feel like you come up with a better idea.
But that's the definition of a shepherd, and the sun in the background to represent sun.
The definition of a shepherd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess. I guess we should just go ahead and fill in the audience here because I don't think they know your son's name.
Oh, they don't.
So yeah, his name is Shepherd.
Oh.
Just now the audience has a little bit more context.
Just wondering why I just want to. Oh man. Yeah, I guess it makes sense why it'd be confusing, but it wasn't confusing to me because it's my son.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Well,
it'd be really weird if my son's name was Brandon or something. Like, why do you want Brandon to become a shepherd?
Dude, that's a. I don't know. I mean, look, you're a grown man. Do what you want.
Yeah, but at the same time,
you made it this long. I feel like
I've never had an appeal to get a tattoo really in the first place. So
I feel like it was. It used to be like a rebellious thing to get a tattoo. Nowadays, it feels like it's a rebellious thing to not have.
Like I could just get a T-shirt with the design on it that I like.
Yeah, and you could wear that everywhere too.
Little boy on a T-shirt is better than little boy on your body.
Yeah, I feel like you're intentionally phrasing that to be weird. Why don't you just? Here's an idea. Why don't you just sit down on the couch and just hold your son and take a picture with him?
We've done that.
Oh, well, there you go. And then you can frame it and put it in your house like every other parent would.
Well, yeah, but I want to do something else.
Can I say this? Can I say this? If you got like a shepherd's staff tattoo, something small somewhere, I think that would say enough.
But a shepherd's staff just looks like a stick.
That's not true. It's got like the curl at the end.
Yeah, it looks like Gandalf.
No, Gandalf had a stick with a gem at the top. That's a wizard staff. A shepherd staff is just like that. Almost looks like a really tall cane.
But it's curly.
Yeah, it's got the curl at the top. I think because I think it's supposed.
I feel like I can think of a character from something that had like a curly staff. I thought it was Lord of the Rings.
No, you're thinking. I'm not talking spiral. I'm talking curl.
I googled curly staff and girly stuff came up.
Well, I mean, Google recommends what you usually
See,
look
this
at.
is not what I was looking for. Like
look,
this.
Type in shepherd staff. You'll see. You'll see what I'm saying. Oh, this is great audio content here. We couldn't wait.
had to cool down from tattooing a little boy on me. All right,
Well, we couldn't.
The audience is still trying to catch their breath.
See, there you go. There you go. That's a shepherd
just
step.
like a little,
Yeah.
So, like, where would you suggest that I get this?
Probably just on your arm.
Like just at the top.
Yeah, close to your shoulder. Yeah. That makes sense, right? That to me makes a lot more sense, and it's going to be cheaper. And I guess we're going to have to figure out who's going to be buying the extra equipment for episode 11. Which, by the way, this is episode 10, right? So we said that we were going to start releasing the next couple episodes. So probably over the course of the next 5 weeks or so, we're going to be discussing ways on bringing this to a video format, as well as getting our setup a little bit nicer. Maybe having somewhat of a set to go in the background. And we're gonna have to look over budget. I think next week we'll spend a little bit of time doing that as well. I think we'll talk about mics we want to get in the camera.
Are we gonna do an episode next week, or are we just gonna?
No, I'm thinking we take the next 2 weeks, which we still need to allocate the time. So it doesn't mean you can just not be here, but we need to take the time to discuss what we want it to look like. We need to probably get something in the background. Maybe look at getting a little switch. We've got a switchboard, but something that we can swap between, when you're wanting to look up stuff like shepherd staffs, we could show that to the, we can have that on the video format as well and figure out the best way to make that happen. Then we'll be able to incorporate other content into it, like reactions to YouTube and news stories and stuff. I think that'll be best for us. So that's definitely part of the plan.
Yeah, we're trying to start a real operation here.
Yeah, and I think it'd be really cool if I didn't have to pay for it all. I think that would be ideal.
Yeah, but you got more money than me.
Yeah, but you're also you know how expensive a tattoo is.
I didn't say I was getting it. How much do you think a tattoo of? That's just like a line, right? Like that tattoo artist, that's 3 minutes.
That was one of the reasons I suggested that, because
how much do you think that would cost?
That
still costs.
How big you want it? And show us. You can't show us because you show me, but
probably
like that
3
big,
inches max.
You're probably looking at $1,500.
50. Wait, how much did you say?
$50 to $100 probably.
Oh, I thought you said $1,500.
No. But with the whole scene that you described, that's a $1,500 tattoo.
Yeah.
That's. I think your son would probably rather have a college education instead of you having a tattoo on your arm.
I hate to break it to him, but college ain't gonna cost $1,500.
Well, open up a 529 investment account for him. Which
we're gonna have to get him a scholarship.
No, you open a 529 today. It'll have compounding interest over the time until he gets to college. He can use that for his education fund. You'll be glad you did it. Also, I think he's going to qualify for the Trump account, which you need to go ahead and you need to look into how to get that open.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, so Trump announced that he would give all newborns or something this year a Trump account, which is $1,000 that'll go into an investment account, and then when they hit 18, they can use it for investments. Or I think they can even roll it over into an IRA.
Does it accrue? Does it get bigger from the 1,000?
It's an investment account, so yes.
Yeah. So does that rate changes based on the economy, or I don't know. Is that a flat rate interest or?
So I
fair. This is like me laughing at you or something. If you were
talking about sports,
yeah.
Oh, for sure. If I had to guess, it either goes into a mutual fund or you can allocate the investments however you'd like. That's my guess. It's either one or the other. So you could put it into a S&P 500 ETF, and then that would appreciate between on average. I think the average is about 10% over the last 100 years. So it'll appreciate by 10% year over year. So you get
if it's 1,000, you get $100.
So you get $100 the first year, and then another 10% on top of that.
So 110 and so on.
Yeah.
Okay, and so over 18 years, it would get
It wouldn't be a ton, but if you put more money into it while you're doing it, right? Throw in. So for instance, I think I saw somewhere that today you could open a 529B. I think it's 529B. It's whatever the initial investment account is. There was also some new tax policies that changed where you can open a 529, and then your kid will be able to roll, if they don't use it for education and they do get a scholarship, they can roll that over into an IRA. So if you put in $7,000 today, by the time they hit retirement age, that $7,000 would be worth $700,000 if you never added anything else to it again. That's a nice chunk.
Crazy. I want to go back in time and do it for myself.
Yeah, tell me about it. No, I mean we can. Investing is kind of wild, and the compounding interest is just like an awesome phenomenon that exists out there that a lot of people don't take advantage of. Me personally, I prefer blue chip dividend stocks. My goal is to retire with just and living off of dividends in my investments. So a dividend, if you're not familiar, is where a company pays you a little bit for owning part of the company. But it's there's a lot of power in it. So if you can somehow scrape together $7,000 today,
nope,
your kid will have $700,000, and then he can live off of that for for all of maybe like 3 McDonald's meals by that age.
Yeah,
it should be wild.
Yeah, McDonald's be like $100K for a Big Mac.
I can't remember what I was watching the other day, but it was like if prices appreciate, or if inflation keeps going up the way it's been going, in like 2050, a hamburger is gonna cost like $50.
Wouldn't surprise me.
That's a lot.
But employers will have to at that point. Maybe not the top corporations, but you would think the smaller market employers, small business entrepreneurs will be making enough money that they'll be willing to pay their employees a little bit more than whatever the current rate is. I'm worried about the Amazons of the world not, continually upgrading and
well, I mean, we'll have to see because
federally raising the minimum wage.
We're gonna have to see how how automation plays out, right?
Well, I've seen AI channels that are looking at the advancement and forecasting how AI in the workplace is going to change things, and I've seen some prognostications that say some of these agent AI models that come out have the capability of, I guess, streamlining the workforce to the point where we advance to where UBI in the United States is actually a potential thing in the not too distant future.
Yeah, but you don't want to live off of UBI.
No, I'm not saying that UBI is the only source of income, but that'd be a nice little subsidiary.
Well, I think the problem with UBI is that when everybody's being given the same amount of money every month, that just makes prices go up. I mean, honestly, that's just going to make everything more expensive. If it's just think about how bad inflation was after everybody got their government checks from COVID. I don't know. Are we allowed to say COVID on YouTube? I don't know.
Was COVID a bad word?
I think it's one of those things that gets your channel or get your video.
What are you supposed to call it? I can understand not calling it the China virus or whatever Trump called it.
Yeah,
but COVID is literally it's COVID-19.
I feel like you're just not supposed. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I hear a lot of people saying that thing that happened in 2020 instead of saying COVID.
Dude, that'd be wild to me that a national pandemic is trying to be censored, but 5 or 6 years out of it happening. History doesn't need to be censored. You learn and you teach from history. It's a pretty basic concept. We learn from our history as a human species, as a society, both as a whole and in our individual capacities as countries, states, municipalities. You learn from history. You try to not repeat the mistakes, and you try to capitalize and continue on the things that are good. So just being like, oh, don't say that thing that happened a few years ago on major platforms seems like a completely backwards way of looking at things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think that maybe they just implemented rules and they haven't gotten, like, they just didn't want people talking. I mean, you know that. They didn't want people talking about it back then, like content creators and such. But, but yeah, we're going to have to.
Treating it like Tiananmen Square.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's definitely something you're not allowed to talk about over in China.
Yeah, you got Chinese like college graduates that I watched a video where this person was going up and asking them, "What do you know about this thing that happened?" And they were all pretty much saying, "I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of it." And there was one of two things: either one, they were being honest, and they'd never been taught it in school.
Yeah,
They were completely wiped from their history books, or two, in fear of what might happen to them, repercussions, they were saying that they didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, I get worried about some people over in China.
Now, what worries me is that one day in the United States, we're going to have the same things happen to us about certain subjects, where we either have to, one, act like we don't know what anybody's talking about when they ask us a question, or two, we literally actually don't know what they're talking about because it's been wiped from our history books.
You don't think there's already been things that have been wiped from our history books?
I think there's probably things that have been wiped from all of history in general. I don't know if the U.S., there may be specific instances, and it may be less about purposeful wiping and more
Poor record keeping?
Poor record keeping, or lack of responsibility, or deemed too insignificant to be added. But I recently learned this. One of the major manufacturers of the textbooks in the United States. It's like McGraw-Hill, I believe.
Yeah, sure.
The person that owned McGraw-Hill was like best buds with Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, no. Well, that is interesting.
And when he died, he gave I don't think he signed over his entire estate to him, but he gave a lot of his finances to Epstein.
That's interesting. Yeah,
and that's all your history, math, science, all your major textbooks in the U.S. for a very long period of time were basically published and edited by this person.
Okay, if I'm being honest with you, though, I don't see how that's going to affect I don't know how that's necessarily going to affect textbooks.
I just saying this person seems pretty sketchy, so
what happened with the Epstein case, I think, is a little bit unrelated to history manipulation.
Well,
I mean, obviously, bad connotation, no doubt, but I don't necessarily know if that means that they were pushing anything into textbooks.
I'm just saying that a person that is involving themselves with somebody like that is probably willing to bend the rules a little bit, so they probably were also willing to maybe not be as factual in these textbooks, maybe say what they wanted to say versus.
Well, we're gonna have to source that just because I have not heard this, and I can't confirm it, but and we definitely don't want to be slanderous
let me source it for you
of individuals here, but it's that it's interesting, but also Epstein knew a lot of people. It wasn't it's not like he had.
But I think this guy, if I can remember his name, was wasn't just like an acquaintance. He was a pretty.
Well, would you wait till you pull it back up? Why are you on Wikipedia?
I'm trying to find his name, but I'm under presidents, maybe under publishers.
Yeah, this is where it'll be good when we have our.
We need the guy from Joe Rogan that's got the thing pulled up, and anytime
Jamie.
We
need a Jamie. I don't know.
Joe says something, and he's like, "Oh, that's BS, bro," or let me fact check that for you.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be great to have a Jamie. Too bad we don't have like. It'd be cool if like you or I had a little brother. We could just force him to do it.
So,
Why don't you just look up? Why don't you just look up the easiest thing to me would be like link between Epstein and McGraw-Hill. You should Google that.
Gonna find, so McGraw-Hill was purchased. I found it. The company was acquired by the controversial British tycoon Robert Maxwell's Maxwell Communication Corporation in 1989. So Macmillan was bought by Maxwell. Maxwell, after he bought Macmillan, merged Macmillan with McGraw-Hill and then started making all the textbooks.
Okay.
And Robert Maxwell was the person that was highly involved with Jeffrey Epstein, and his daughter is I can't ever pronounce her first name. Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine or Ghislaine, whatever. Yeah.
They ran with and was like the recruiter for Epstein.
Oh, I mean, there's that topic's been debated. Her full involvement with it, I think. I mean, obviously she was affiliated, but what her actual role was and all that. No, I'd say, but it's hard to, I guess it's hard for me to think because I mean Epstein's whole thing, and I watched a documentary on him. I think it was like a YouTube documentary the other day. It was just he just surrounded himself with as powerful people as he could get.
I think he's in the business of honeypotting and blackmailing as many powerful people as he possibly could.
Yeah.
I don't think he probably was friends with any of these people. I don't know who his true friends really were, but I think he was just...
Well, some people like that I don't think are going to have friends.
Yeah, I think he was just, let me get in as many doors as I possibly can that are owned by the powerful and get them under my spell, and then see what kind of noise I can make. And it seems like obviously not a good. What I want to know is like all this Epstein file stuff, right? With the government.
I think a lot of people want to know all this Epstein file stuff.
How come? Here's the thing. Obviously, Trump was campaigning, and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to release Epstein files." Like literally
I think
verbatim.
he didn't say files. He said list. They're looking for a list. And according to Trump's saying that there is no list. But it is obviously it's hard to say. There could be.
Do you think it's something that is so bad that it's not one side or the other politically? It's like so bad that it would crumble the foundations of
the global infrastructure.
I don't know if it. I mean, it could. It definitely could be as far-reaching as the entire globe, but like at least the United States, it could. Like, there's probably it's not just politicians. It's like, major business owners, celebrities, like these people that are held dear by the people in the country. It's like all these people are doing terrible things, or at least complicit in some way.
Well, that's the speculation, right? Otherwise,
and you can't handle the truth. Is basically the way Trump's taking this is like. It's better to keep this under wraps because you can't handle. Because here, I feel like if Trump were actually,
I think it has something to do with. I think it has something to do with aliens.
Do you think he's an alien? Do you think Epstein is?
I don't think Epstein is an alien.
Is he a lizard person?
No, but I feel like they had that. There's some tie, like that they keep it a secret. Because are we a parent? Or are we a are we competing with Wi-Fi's now?
No, we can't compete with Wi-Fi's.
No, there's no.
They use way too much AI.
Oh, who knows? Hey, careful! Don't jinx us. We might be using AI in the future.
I'd like to use AI before AI uses me.
But I think there's something. I think there's something like paranormal or something going on with that, like aliens or like there's some tie-in to that level to keep it this dark of a secret, right? I mean, there's got to be something.
I think Oprah did something bad, honestly.
That would
if Oprah did something bad,
that would crush the global economy. If people saw Oprah in a bad light, there's no doubt.
You can't. Who are the most like
we're we are borderline like slanderous right now. So we're obviously we're saying all of this in jest, just to clarify.
Who's the most sacredly held person, like currently living, or it could be deceased. It could be deceased too.
I could tell you, the most sacredly held person, individual, Mr. Rogers.
You think Mr. Rogers is on the list?
Absolutely not. I think Mr. Rogers. I think
nobody thought Dr. Huxtable was going to be on the list either, and then he came out. He was like John Hancock on that thing. He was like, "Let me sign."
I don't think he was on. I don't know if
he was a rogue agent. He wasn't part of Epstein's thing, but
no, I don't think anything negative whatsoever, Mr. Rogers. I think to even mention Mr. Rogers in the same conversation as Jeffrey Epstein is
sacrilege.
It feels sacrilege. It feels dirty. Like it feels like I should be ashamed of myself. Like there's absolutely no
like way. Jeffrey Epstein's just answering to Mr. Rogers the whole time, like Palpatine. Like Mr. Rogers just has Mr. Rogers just has it's like a hooded cloak on, and he's like, "Do it, get all the girls from the spas at Trump Tower."
What? Oh my God! Oh, this is and this is why we're I don't know, man. Maybe some of our conversations shouldn't be recorded. This is the kind of thing we decided. Yeah, let's just release this to the public.
Oh, why not? I mean, why not?
Well,
is Oprah and Mr. Rogers going to get their team of lawyers on us now? They're going to tag team us like the WWE.
I don't think Mr. Rogers or Oprah had anything to do with the Epstein stuff. I think we just like making jokes, and our official stance is that we have no idea, and of course we don't, because we're just a couple of
we have no idea.
We're a couple of knuckleheads that sit here and just crack jokes about
how in the world can
dark
two
topics.
People that started a podcast going bonk, mega bonk, bonk, mega bonk, bonk, then go to, hey, I think Oprah's behind Epstein.
That wasn't even part of the podcast. That was just our mic check.
Oh, well, we'll see about that.
Okay. Oh, all right. So that's episode 10. So next week, then when we get together, you and I, we're going to focus on actually figuring out how to push all this stuff out there, set up a YouTube channel and Spotify and all that fun stuff, and then
the business end of things.
Yeah,
always the fun part.
I mean, look, we could be the talent all day, but if the talent doesn't have an audience, and there's no point. So we actually gotta push it out.
I'm just a pretty face, man.
Oh, and
it's like I was talking to Frogman a couple days ago, and he said he's the trophy husband in his relationship.
The trophy husband?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to have Frogman on one day.
Yeah.
We definitely need to get Bone on here. We need to get, and we will absolutely when we have, because here's the thing that we hadn't told. I don't think we told anybody this, but we haven't told any of the boys that we're recording this. We're 10 episodes.
We used to joke about the idea of doing a podcast. I think I've said this already in one of the prior episodes.
Yeah, for sure.
We used to joke about doing this, and they're always like, "Yeah, okay, whatever."
Yeah, and we haven't told any of them that we're releasing this. So that's why we chose not to share their names. If they give us permission, we had to keep it a secret, right? We can call them out by name, and ideally we'll even have them on as like a guest appearance at some point. But I mean, really, if you've come this far, if you've gotten to episode 10 and you're closer to like the end of episode 10, you have seen an insight into just a couple of dummies that are sitting here wanting to
Isn't
just
that
talk
how
about
every podcast goes, though? Just a couple or more than two dummies sitting around?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't think I've ever listened to a podcast where I came in and I was like, that was insightful.
I certainly have. I don't know what podcast you listen to.
Joe Rogan.
Joe, you don't find any insight into the stuff that Joe Rogan says on some of his episodes?
It's like...
It's entertaining content.
It's entertaining
we're
more than
literally
it is insightful.
We're just talking bull.
I mean, oh, crap. I got to edit.
Oh, no. I did say the thing. Yeah. Huh. Well,
is crap a cuss word?
No.
What if we were just going by the George Carlin rule? You know?
I don't know the George Carlin.
But I think I still got to bleep that. I think that's one of the 7 words not allowed on the air. No, crap is okay. I'm saying what you said.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the thing is, we're not taking it live, but we were going to try to keep it family friendly, and then we started talking about Epstein and stuff. We'll see where this goes.
I think it went off the track, so I started talking about tattooing a little boy on myself. That's where it really went a little haywire.
Yeah, and that bridges into the Epstein conversation. But I'm sure that if this gains any traction whatsoever, it's literally going to be because the boys just listen to us on repeat because we're just being stupid. But
it's wishful thinking that they're going to listen to it on repeat. They might listen to like half of one and be like, "Yeah, they should have done this."
Probably. But it'll be fun. It's and that's what I hear about from a lot of people that do podcasts. It's like, don't do it to make money. Do it because you want to do it because it's fun.
Yeah, if you make money, that's like a nice little bonus.
Yeah, and we're not.
It's like the video games that we were talking about earlier. Make a game you like. Make a podcast you like. You have fun doing it. Don't just make it to make money because it's eventually going to suck the soul out of you, even if it were to succeed in that aspect.
Yeah, I mean, I'd go so far as say somebody reached out to us for a sponsorship. I'd want to be like very selective of who we would have as a sponsor, right? I don't want to advertise negative things like gambling or sports.
We should get like a pre-workout.
What?
Like a pre-workout.
Yeah, no, I mean, shoot. There's brands that I wouldn't mind pushing for sure.
I do Bucked Up. I do First Form.
You killed Bucked Up in episode 3.
How'd I kill Bucked Up?
We took one of their buck shots, and you're like, "This thing tastes like." I don't remember what you said, but I personally love Bucked Up.
All right, well, here's the thing: that specific item from Bucked Up does not taste good, but
and it's not even that. No, don't say that item. You just all you have to say is I didn't like that flavor. And you didn't have to go and just straight kill it. In fact, Bucked Up, if you're out there and you're listening to us,
don't listen to episode 3.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna literally force during the ad read Michael to drink that specific flavor every time.
Give me
the
white gummy bear.
We don't have that. They don't make those in the buckshots.
Dude, white gummy bear's so good.
I don't know. I could be wrong. They might make that in the buckshots. They don't sell that locally, which is where I picked it up at the store down the street. But I'd be all about that for sure.
And I like First Form. And First Form, every time I get something from First Form, they send me a little personalized message in the mail, a little handwritten note.
What is that?
It's a pre-workout, supplement.
They send you a handwritten note.
Yeah, I mean it's probably the same handwritten note, but it's little handwritten note.
Is it printed to look like it's handwritten?
No, it's not like 8.5 by 11. It's like a smaller one, and it's like you can tell that it's somebody used the same pen, writing with the same ink. It's not a long message. It's like, hey, thanks for buying from Bucked Up again.
From Bucked Up?
Or for First Form again. We noticed that last time you liked this flavor.
Oh, they've got some sort of AI auto-generates what they need to write to you.
I mean, it maybe, but even then, they're still handwriting in it. I feel like then they might be looking at the message AI told them.
I've never tried them. Oh, maybe I'll give them a go.
It's pretty good. It's I like the energy I get from them.
Like the positive energy, or like
like the beta alanine. I get tingly inside.
Ah. Well, we're caught up on an hour 20 here.
Yeah, I said we needed to do like a shorter episode this time.
You did say we needed to do a
literally did our longest episode.
Well, we took a break so you could take a phone call for some reason. If I get a phone call in the middle of it, I always say I'm in the middle of recording. I'll call you back.
I don't know if you've ever gotten a phone call during the middle of our recordings.
I absolutely have, yeah.
Did you just send them a text or something?
Yeah. It's not hard.
It was wifey though.
But do you realize, you left it the most controversial statement of the whole thing?
What? No, actually, probably the most controversial statement was like, I think that Oprah Winfrey and Mr. Rogers are part of the Epstein files.
That's not even controversial. It's just a straight lie. It's not even. It's just.
It's pretty, I mean,
an
a lot of lies are controversial.
It's an outright fabrication. Like you just.
Wait, so what did I say when I actually paused it?
I don't know, dude. So we were talking about something about Nazis. Oh, that's also something we're not allowed to talk about on.
You can't talk about Nazis.
You can't say Nazi on YouTube. No.
We need a list of what you can and can't say on YouTube.
Well, we'll just. I mean,
these aren't going on YouTube.
We got to put them. Why not? We need to. We have to.
We're gonna just put like a blank slate with us talking.
That'll probably be a picture of our logo, whatever we decide. But it's got to be on YouTube because where else are we gonna do video?
Daily Motion.
Daily Motion. Yeah, and Vimeo.
We'll do it. We'll do it to the native Facebook player.
The native. Well, I don't know what this is.
You just upload a video to Facebook through Meta.
Oh, we're just gonna upload it into Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, well.
MLG forums.
This sounds like a conversation for next week. Obviously, clearly, we just come in here and hit the record button and play a little bit of MegaBonk beforehand. That's all we've done so far. We haven't discussed anything about the logistics. We just have the recordings. So
MegaBonk, man.
All right. Well, you guys.
Bonk.
I'll let you. You want to close us out today, Michael? I know you did it last week.
Yeah, I did a good job last week.
You can make it up this week by doing a good job.
What do you mean? I did a good job last week.
Okay.
All right. So this has been episode 10 on this day of our Lord, October the 12th. The final episode before our initial bulk release. Before we get into hopefully having some video.
I don't think we're doing a bulk release.
Oh, we're just gonna go one episode at a time.
Yeah, one episode at a time for a week at a time.
But our first 10 episodes in the books now. Next time you hear from us, hopefully you're seeing us as well. From Michael and
Madison.
This has been another episode of CuzWords.
All right. Well, next time, you'll be able to look at us,
and we'll be able to look at you.
Oh.